All right. Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to the sale. A few announcements here. Everything is sold as is, whereas most items sold by the count. Once we say sold, it's your responsibility. All bidders must have a hat like that that has your buyer number on it. Oh, well, or a buyer card. You got your card that gives your number. Announcements take precedence. We reserve the right to reject any bids. Buy today, pay today. We are not responsible for accidents, theft, or injury. Watch your items and your children. Any questions? All right. Gonna get started, folks.
Looks like you're going to start with the good stuff.
We're gonna start with the good hay, guys. Four piles of 10. Get in there. I'm gonna give me $5. $6 bid. 5 and 6 and 6 and 6 and 5 and 6 and 6 and 6 and 5 and 6 and $6 bid. 5 and 6 and 6 and 6 and 6 and 6 and 6. Last 2 weeks, guys. Last week it brought 8. Same guys, hey, brought 8.
Week before, I think it brought 10 and a half.
It was 10 and a half. Get in there. 5, $6 bid. 5 and 6 and 6 and 6 and 6 and 6 and 5 and 6 and 6 and 6 and 6 and 6 and 6.
They're buying it all. Buy it all.
Buy it all. You're buying 40 bales of hay. $4. 4.5. 4.5.
That's how you know it's cheap.
Yeah, that's exactly how you know it's cheap. 4.5. $5 bid. Bid it. Sold it. 4.5. Buyer number 48, 86, 48, 86.
That was good though. I'll give you that.
Huh?
What do you got? 3 piles of alfalfa? 25 in a pile, guys. Get in there, going to give me $5, $6 bid. 5 and 6 and 6 and 6 and 6 and 6 and 6 and 5 and 6 and 5 and 6 and 5 and 6 and $6 bid. 5 and 6 and 6 and 6 and 6 and 6 and 6 and 6. I know you guys all think there's a lot of hay here.
Tie it together.
You're buying 75 bales. I got $4 all the money. Give me 5. 4 and 5 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 and 4 and 5. 4 and 4.5. 4.5 and a half. I sold it. $4 bid. Buyer number 56.
Lauren, I say it every sale. Nobody listens, but the first hay is always the cheapest.
On the grass, wire tie hay there. 2 piles. 2 piles of 15. There you go. When you give me $4, 4.5, 4.5. Money's there and a half 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 and a half. 5 and a half and a half and 6 and 6 and 6 and 6 and 6 and 6. Was that a 6? 6 and a half and a half and a half and a half and a half. I couldn't really read the eyebrows. Half and a half and a half and 6 and a half. 11, 10. $6, right? Is that what I had? You want a pile for $6? Co-bidder? You were the co-bidder. You can go at 6. Anybody else want a pile for $6? A bale. Go again. $5, 5.5. 5.5 and 6. Bid it 6 and 6 and 6 and 6 and 5.5 and 6 and 6 and 6 and 5.5 and 6. 5.5 and 6. I sold it for 5.5. Buyer 71.91. 71.91. Look at them big good bales of alfalfa hay. Looks like you got 4 piles of 12. I got 12, 12, 12. Now 4 piles. Buy as many piles as you'd like. Get it. I'm going to give me 5, 5.5, $6 bid. 5.5 and 6 and 6 and 6 and 6 and 6 and $6 bid. 5.5 and 6 and 6 and 6 and 5.5 and $6 bid. That's 6 and 6 and 6 and 6 and 5.5 and 6. 5.5 and 6. Sold it for 5.5. 20, 37. right here, and that one. 20, 37 is the money. Who else for 5.5?
Oh, you might have to have an auction. I seen
I
him
know.
first.
You saw him. I got 5.5. Are you wanting one pile or you want both?
Depends on the price. He's in at 5.5. Open her up.
We're opening it up. I had two hands. I'm sorry. I had 5.5. $6 bid. Gonna be 6. Sold it for 5.5. You want them both? Takes them both.
You betcha he does.
I got 25 bales in a pile again. 6 piles for 25. Buy as many piles as you like. Times the count in a pile. You get in them, you're going to give me $5, 5.5, $5, 5.5, $5.5, $5. You're buying 6 piles, you're buying 150 bales. I got $4 bid, you got to be half. 4.5.
Didn't it bring $18 bail last week?
I thought it did. I'm sorry, I'm trying. I have $4.
I'm just saying.
Yeah, guys, this hay along the highway last week brought $14 to $18 a bale. Same guy's hay. $4. $5 bid. 4 and 4.5. Give me 4.5. You're buying 150 bales. 4.5. We didn't get a bid at $5, so you got to buy it all. $4. 4.5. 4.5. Sold it for $4. Buyer number 56.
Does that finish that row, Brandon? Well, if it isn't Ron.
Unpredictable weather, unpredictable markets, who knows, huh?
Yeah.
Unpredictable country. Some places they got a lot more rain.
Rain's a little too late to help some of it.
Oh yeah.
Autographs, hey guys. We got, looks like about 6 piles at 25. Yep, 6 piles, 25 here, guys. So much a bale times the count in a pile. You're buying 25 bales in a pile. Take as many as you like. Get in. I'm going to give me $4, 4.5, $4, 4.5, 4.5 and a 5, 4.5 and a 5 and a 5 and a 5 and a 5 and a half and a half and a half and a 5 and a half and a 6 and 6.5, 6.5 and a half and a half and 6.5 and a half and a half and 6.5, 6.5. Anybody else? 6.5 and a half and a half. Sold at $6. Buyer number 38, 33. Takes 2 piles.
Lauren, nobody listened to you in the other row when you said it's going to get higher as we go.
No? What did I?
3.8.
3833. And Brandon, I had 6. Is that right?
Yep.
You were co-bidder, sir. Would you like some for $6 a bale? One pile. Your number is 48.
48.50.
4840. 4840. Who else would like a pile for $6 a bale? I'll go again. $5, 5.5. $5, 5.5 and a half 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 and a $5, 5.5. $5, 5.5. Sir, if you'd like some more, I'll put you in at 5. $5, 5.5. You can buy as many piles as you like. $5, 5.5. $5, 5.5 and a half and a half and a half and a $5, 5.5. 5.5 and a half and a half and a $5, 5.5 and a half, 5.5 and a 6, 5.5 and a 6 and 6 and 6. I sold it there for 5.5. Again, it was takes one more pile, 38, 33. 5.5. Who else? Like a pile for 5.5. 25 bales in a pile. Somebody give me 5 to start again on choice. $5, 5.5. $5, 5.5, and a half. Sold at $5. You want them both? 6582. Thank you, Rick. Good alfalfa hay here, guys. Good alfalfa hay. 10 bales. Get it. I'm gonna go give me $5. $6 bid. 5 and 6 and 6 and 6 and 5 and 6 and 5 and 6 and 5 and 6 and $6 bid. Bid it 5 and 6 and 6 and 6 and 6 and 6 and 6 and 5 and 6 and 5 and 6 and 5 and 6. $5. $6 bid. Who wants to start me at $5? $5 there. $6 bid. 5 and 6 and 6 and 6 and 6 and 5 and 6 and 6 and 6 and $6 bid. 5.5. Somebody. $5. Find a number. 3740 2740 on the brome. I got 2 piles. 2 piles of 10 on the brome. Get it and go and give me $5, 5.5. $5, 5.5, $5.5, $5.5, $5.5 on there. 5 and 5.5. Anybody else? 5.5. Sold them for $5. Buyer number 3188. Want them both?
I'll take one. But one day I didn't drag a trailer. First time
$5. Who wants that pile there for $5? A bale. All right, it was 2740. 2740. Got some alfalfa hay there, guys. Good alfalfa hay there. Looks like there's 10 bales. Give me $4, 4.5, and a half, and a half, and a half, and a $4, 4.5. $4, 4.5, and a half, and a half. 4.5 and a 5 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 and a 4.5 and a 5. 4.5 and a 5 and a 5 and a 5. It's sold them 4.5. Buyer number 2740. Like we go a ways, guys. 20, 20, 10's down on your end. Okay. There's a 10 down there. There's a 9, and there's 6 piles of 20. Buy whatever you'd like in there. So much a bale times counting the pile. Get it. I'm going to go over to give me $5. 5.5. $5, 5.5, and a half, 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 and a $5, 5.5, and a half, and a half, and a $5, and a half, and a half, and a $5, 5.5, $5.5, $5.5, $5.5. Guys, that's pretty nice. Pretty nice leafy hay there. Look at there. $5, 5.5. $5, 5.5, and a half, and a half. You're going to buy it? You want to do it, guys. You're going to buy it all.
139 bales.
139 bales. You're buying it all for $4. That's $4. 4.5. $4, 4.5, and a half, 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 and a $4, 4.5. $4, 4.5. You want to give me quarter? $4.
Yep.
Quarter, 4.5, and 75, and 75, and 75, and 75, and 4.5, and 75. 4.5, and 75, and 75, and 75, and a half, and 75. 4.5, and 75. Sold it, Eddie. 4.5. Your number is? 98. 98.
Shut down by the PGR, and half of them off there at home.
So I gotta come get bottles of shit, so yeah. Hell of a deal. Everybody's bailing, you know, and put her in the barn probably.
All right. You got Sudan hay there, guys. There's something you don't see very often. Sudan hay in a square bale.
3 piles of 20 and 2 24s.
3 piles of 20 and 2 piles of 24. He didn't even going to give me, what are you thinking there? How about it? I'm going to give me 3.5 to start. 3.5 and a moan, 3.5 and a $4 bed. 3.5 and a moan, 3.5 and a 4. Guys, I know it's not alfalfa hay and the grass hay. I started it a little bit cheaper so you could get in there and buy some hay. But it's pretty nice dry hay.
Do we know the nitrates on
We do not. They didn't give you any information on that, did you? Okay. We do not know the nitrates. Apologize. It's a good question. There you go. 3.5, $4 bed. 3.5 and a 4, 3.5 and a 4, 3.5 and 4. Is the owner here? Do they know about it? Nitrates, was it tested? I'll go $3 one time for choice. If you don't want it all, $3, $3.5, $3, $3.5. Money's there. $3, $3.5 and a half and a half and a half and a half and $3, $3.5 and a half and a half and $3.5 and a half and a half and $3.5, $3.5 and a half and a half. Guys, if you don't feed very much of it, it shouldn't, and you feed some grain with it, it sure shouldn't be a problem. $3, $3.5 and a half and a half and a half and a half and $3 and a half. Sold them for $3.
Take the last 2 piles.
Take the last 2 miles. The number again was,
Oh, I forgot my card. 71.91.
71.91.
Is it guaranteed to kill horses?
Might be the cheapest hay you ever bought.
Yeah.
What'd you say, 60 bales? 60 bales left. Who else would like a pile of hay out of there for $3 a bale?
Well, that's straw price. Wait till
Yeah,
it's
that's
winter
straw
time, and
price.
you could sure use that as bedding in your trailer or anything.
You bet. You bet. $3 a bale. I'm going to sell you 60 bales. 60 times the money. $2, $2.5. $2, $2.5 and a half and a half and a half and $2 and a half 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 and a half. Well, I got a man, I guess. $2, $2.5, $2.5 and a half and a half and a half and a half and $2.5 and a half and a half and $2.5 and a half and a half, $2.5. Sold them $2 a bale. Buyer 17. 17. Alfalfa hay, guys, wire top. 3 piles, looks like. 3 piles, 10. Get in there, give me $5 bid. 5.5, $5, $5.5 and a half and a half and a half and a half and a $5, $5.5, $5.5 and a half. $5, $5.5 and a half 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 and a $5, $5.5 and a half 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 and a $5, $5 and a half. There's a pretty nice bale of hay in there. $5. There's some nice bales, guys. You got some good, and they're tight. $5, 5 and a half. You're buying it all. You're buying 30 bales. $4, $4.5, $4, $4.5 and a half and a half and a half and a $4, $4.5. You got the money there. $4, $4.5 and a half and a half and a half and a $4, $4.5 and a half and a half and a half and a $4.5. 4.25. Anybody? 4.25. Sold at $4. Buyer number 1. Little different deal there, guys. I got 12 and 12, third cutting, alfalfa hay. There you go. We get in there, but give me $5, $5.5, $5.5 and a 6, and 6 and 6.5, 6.5 and a half and a half and 6.5, 6.5 and a half and a half and a half and a half and a half, 6.5 and a half and 6.5, $6, 6.5 and a half. Anybody else at 6.5 and a half and a half and a half and a half and 6.5? Sold at $6. Buyer 27. You want them both?
It's nice to dang, I can't.
On the straw here, guys. 6 bales of straw. Here you go. What do you give me? $4, $4.50, $4 more and a half, and a half, and a half, and a half, and a $4 more and a half. $4 more and a half, 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 and a half. Well, $3, $3.50. $3, $3.50, and a half, and a half, and a half, and $3, $3.50. $3.50, and a half, and a half, and a half, and a half, and $3, $3.50, and a half, and a half, and $3, $3.50.
Guys, better than that.
Yeah, it's better than that, guys. $2, $2.50, $2.50, $3. Bid at 3 and 3 and 3 and 3 and 2.5 and 3 and 3 and 3 and 3 and 3. 2.5. Buyer number 3150. 3150. Like we got a bunch of alfalfa hay again, guys. Good. Look at that good alfalfa.
Might be last chance on alfalfa.
7 piles of 20.
7 piles of 20. Here's your chance, guys. Get in there. I'm gonna go. What do you give me? $5, $6 bid. Steve, get in and go. 5 and 6 and 6 and 6 and 6 and 5 and 6 and 6 and 6 and 5 and 6. 5 and 6 and 6 and 6 and 6 and 6 and 6 and 5 and 6 and 6 and 6 and 6 and 5 and 6. $5, $6 bid. 5 and 6 and 6 and 6 and 6. Steve, surely you can handle a pile at least. What? I know something that a lot of people don't know. So $5, $6 bid. 5 and 6 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 and 5 and 6 and 5 and 6 and 5 and 6.
Guys, get your hands in the air, otherwise we're going to tie it to go.
Hands in the air. I don't want to sell it all, but if you don't want all of it, get your hands in the air. $5, $6 bid. 5 and 6 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 and 6. Somebody say 6? 5.5, $6 bid. I'll take that, Bill. 5.5, $6. You're paying. You're the only person paying attention right there. 5.5.
That's pretty bad.
I know. Do we need to go consult Cheryl? Go check with her. 5.5, $6 bid. Sold a pile, or as many piles as you'd like, Bill.
Take that one and this one down here.
What's your number?
5144.
5144.
You know, if you buy 2 piles next to each other, you don't have to move the pickup to load them.
I know.
That's what he brought. That's what he brought Cheryl for, so she could move the pickup. Who else for $5.50 a bale? If you don't want to buy it all, that's as low as we're going. Otherwise, you're buying everything that's left. All right.
100 bales, I think.
100 bales. 100 bales. Is that right? I'm gonna do something.
What would you do? Doubt me?
I got 4.5 bid, and you got to be 5. 4.5. $5 bid. 4.5 and a 5 and a 5 and a 5 and a 5 and a 4.5 and a $5 bid. 4.5 and a 5 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 and a $5 bid. 5 and a 5 and a 5 and a 5 and a 5. 4.5 and 5. 4.5. You're in at 4.5. Give me 5. Bid at 5 and a 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 $5 bid. 4.5 and 5. $5. 5 and a. You're buying it all. You know that. How many times did we say that? 100 times. That's what I thought. You're buying 100 bales. All right. Who else would like to be $5? Hold it for 4.5. Buyer 56.
Got some grass hay around the corner here.
That may not be clean as it appears.
Piles of 20.
6 piles of 20 on the grass hay there, guys.
Nice big bales.
Nice big bales.
He just
Guys, I'll bet you stack that on your trailer and you can handle that all with your skid loader. I'll bet you will handle good with your skid loader and just pick them up with your 10-pack.
you just put your number underneath.
Yeah, I'll move it back. All right, guys, look at how good that hay is inside.
200?
Get in there, gonna give me $5 bid, $5.50, $5, $5.50, $5.50, $5.50, $5.50, $5.50, $5.50, $5.50, $5.50, $5.50, $5.50, $5.50, $5.50, $5.50, $5.50, $5.50, $5.50, $5.50, $5.50, $5.50, $5.50, $5.50, $5.50, $5.50, $5.50, $5.50, $5.50, $5.50, $5.50, $5.50, $5.50, $5.50, $5.50, $5.50, $5.50, $5.50, $5.50, $5.50, $5.50, $5.50, $5.50, $5.50, $5.50, $5.50, $5.50, $5.50, $5.50, $5.50, $5.50, $5.50, $5.50, $5.50, $5.50, $5.50, $5.50, $5.50, $5.50, $5.50, $5.50, $5.50, $5.50, $5.50, $5.50, $5.50, $5.50, $5.50, $5.50, $5.50, $5.50, $5.50, $5.50, $5.50, $5.50, $5.50, $5.50, $5.50, $ $5, $4 one time, 4.5. If you don't want it all, $4, 4.5. $4, $4.5, and a half, 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 and a $4, 4.5. $4, 4.5. Four. I got $4, 4.5. $4, 4.5, and a half, and a half, and a half, and a half. I sold them $4. Buyer number
6582.
6582.
That one.
Want one pile.
Takes the only moldy pile in there.
These are best tails.
Who else for $4 a bale? All right, guys. You're buying? Gonna buy the rest of
100
it?
bales.
100 bales? Okay.
Was it Wednesday already?
Huh.
We're working on U.S. calendar here, not Mexico
You did
calendar.
not put that on the camera, I hope. Him paying him off. There you go, guys. You're buying the rest of it. $3 a bale. $3 and a half. $3 and a half, and a half, and a half, and $3 and a half, and a half, and $3 and a half. $3 and a half, and a half, and a half. I got the money, guys. $3, 3.5. $3, 3.5, and a half, and a half, and a half, and a half, and a half. 3.5. Sold them for $3. Buyer number 751.
That one's sold. They're all on the front left corner. All on the front left corner.
Thank you. Where's that?
On over to the round bales. He didn't burn the goat. If you're gonna put stuff in there, you need to make sure it gets burned. Wait, you running for governor?
Yeah, I am.
Shaking hands and kissing babies?
That's right. Guys, good grass hay there. Look at those big heavy bales.
You guys, if you want choice out of there, you need to let us know before we start. Otherwise, you're buying them times the count in a row, like always. We'll be more than happy to load them today after the auction, or very limited appointments available tomorrow morning.
Okay, there you have it. There you have it. Guys, get in there and go. Anybody want to buy less than all of them? You're buying them all.
How many you got?
10 bales of prairie hay. Get in there. I'm gonna give me a $50 bid. 50, 55, 50, 50, mama, 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 50, 50, mama, 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 50, 55, 50, 50, mama, mama, mama. Got $50 bid, guys. We're gonna go up. 50, 55, 50, 50, mama, 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 50, 55, 50, 50, mama, 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 mama.
You shocked them by starting too low.
You want me to start higher?
Well, you just shocked them. They don't know what to
I
do.
know. Guys, $50 a bale for that hay there. 55. 55, 50, 50, 50, 55. We got the money, we're going up, guys. 50, 55, I am begging a little bit because I'm working for the seller, guys. 50, 55. 52 and a half, somebody? You say 2 and a half, 5, 7 and a half. 57 and a half, and 7 and a half, and 7 and a half, and 7 and a half. 55 and 7 and a half. 7 and a half and 60, $60 bid. That's 60, 60. Sold them 57 and a half, buyer.
What's wrong? Too heavy?
I can't move them. There you go, guys. Get in and go. Give me what are you thinking there? Give me 65, $70 bid. 65 and 70, 70, 65 and $70 bid. Bid at 65 and 70, 70, 70, 70, 70, 65 and 70, 70, 70, 65 and $70 bid. Bid at 70, 70, 70, 65 and 70, 70, 70, 65, $70. Bid at 70, 70, 65 and 70. $60 all the money. 65, 60, 65, 65, 60, 65. 65, 60, 65. Sold them $60 bid. Buyer 72. Grass hay there, guys. 55 and 60, 55 and 60, 60, 55 and $60 bid. 55 and 60, 60, 55 and $60 bid. 60, 60, 55 and 60, 55 and 60, 60, 55 and 60, 60, 55 and $60 bid. I get 55, you gotta be 60. 55 and 60, 60, 55 and 57 and a half, 57 and a half and 7 and a half and 60, 60, 60, 60, 57 and a half and 60, 57 and a half and 60. What was it again, Roy? Sold.
99.15. I'm not trained on that.
99.15. 4 bales of prairie there, guys. Big, we'll give me $50 5, a 50, 55. Anybody want to buy less than all of it?
Lauren, if you're feeding hay at home, now'd be the time to stock up because
Right.
I cut a little hay yesterday and it's pretty darn thin out there around here.
Yep.
It's not near as thick as it was last year or the year before.
Yep. That's right.
You might be really hurting for hay come this fall. It's starting to rain now, but it's a little too late to do anything.
Too late, that's right. Here you go, guys. $50, 55. Don, you want to buy choice? In
Next
there.
row.
You're waiting in the next row. Okay, that's fine. I thought I'd saw you the two in the middle there if you needed, but here you go, guys. $50. Give me $40. 45. 45. 40. 45. 40. 40. The other bales are a little bigger. 40. 45.
The other three are regular.
40,
Roy.
45. I got 40. You got to be 5. 40, 45. 40, 40. 40, 45. 45 and 50, 50, 50, 40, 50, 50, 50, 45, 50. I sold them $45. Number 38. We'll sell you choice out of here, I guess.
How many is there?
There's 5 in here.
Take 1 through 5.
Take 1 to 5.
Lauren, I bought them a week ago and fed a couple. By God, when you pop them open, they're greenest. They're probably nicer than any of the square bales we had today.
There you go. What are you thinking there? $60, 65, 60, 65, 65 and 70, 70, 70, 65 and $70 bid. 65 and 70, 70, 70, 65 and 70, 70, 70, 70, $70 bid. 70, 70, 70, 70, 70, $70 bid. Sold them $65 here. Buyer number 8669.
1. I'll take that front one.
The only moldy one in there.
Yep. 10 o'clock tomorrow. 9,
You
10.
gonna sleep in so late for it?
The race
That
don't
can't be
start
fine.
till late.
10 fine.
All right.
Sell the other hay in here, guys. You got 4 bales left. What are you thinking there? Give me $50, 55, 50, 55, 50, 50, 55. I got 50, 55, 55, 45, $50. What? 45? 45 and 50, 50, 50, 50, 50, 50, 50, 50, 55. 50, 50, 55, $60 bid. 50, 50, 55, sold them $55. Number 38. Grass hay there, guys.
8 or 8.
8 or 8 on the grass hay there. Here you go. Give me what are you thinking there? Give me $50, 50, 55, 50, 50, 50,
Is this Bud? Buds? Hey, this is that good hay right up here by Walton. Lauren. Nice, good big bales.
Good big bales, guys. 50, 55. 50, 50, 50, 55. 50, 55, you're buying 16 bales. You got to buy all 16. Yep. $45 bid. 45 and 50, 50, 50, 45 and 50, 50, 45 and 50, 50, 55, 50, 50, 50, 55, 50, 55 and 52, a half, 55, 52, a half, 55, 55 and 60, 55 and 57 and a half, 57 and a half, 7 and a half, sold at $55. 99.
This one's got cat ears.
What's that? 5 bales of grass hay there. There you go, we get in and we go. Give me a $50 bid and 5. A 50, 50, mama, baby, really, mama, 50, 55. A 50, 55, I got $50, 55. A 50, 55, mama, 50, 55, mama, 50, 55. A 50, 55, 55, a 57 and a half, 57 and a half, and $60 bid. I bid the 60, 60, 57 and a half, and 60, 60, 57 and a half, and 60. I sold the 57 and a half, buyer 17.
Save the best for last.
Let's look at that nice fine hay. 6 bales of that, guys.
Take it home and square bale it.
You bet. Look at that fine. How's it taste?
Kids these days don't eat it anymore.
They don't eat it anymore?
No.
See. There you go. Get it and go, guys. On 6 bales of good grass hay there. There you go. Give me $60. 65. 60, 65, 60, 65, 65. 60, 65, 65 and 70, 70, 65 and 70, 70, 70, 65 and 70. You say 70, 70, 70, 70, 70, 70, 70, 65 and 70. 70. Sold them $65. 65, 18.
All right, guys, we'll be in the arena at 1 o'clock with the livestock.